Hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm Supriya Anchan from the Technology Advisory team at Nexdigm. We're running a series of podcasts themed Women in Technology with the aim of connecting with women across the globe, making a difference in their area of work. I'm joined today by Janhvie Khele, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer at Thermax Limited. She comes with a rich experience of over 14 years in manufacturing and service industry with diversified domain in legal and corporate law matters, encompassing regulatory compliances, business divestment, joint ventures, acquisitions, initial public offerings, intellectual property rights, restructuring projects, legal strategy planning, litigation, etc., along with being a strategic advisor to business on legal and governance matters. She has impactfully partnered with business and global teams for various key projects related to sanctions, anti-bribery, data privacy, prevention of sexual harassment, etc. She's played an active role in leading, training, mentoring, coaching, and developing fresh talent and capable team for legal executives and company secretaries. Janhvie strongly believes in contributing and giving back to society, which has also led her to participate in various pro bono activities by associating with NGOs like Doorstep School for the Teach India initiative and a spiritual organization promoting peace, culture, and education. A law graduate with Masters in Commerce, an associate member and certified CSR professional from the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, she has also accomplished strategy management program from IIM Kozhikode. Welcome to this podcast, Janhvie. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Supriya. It's a lovely weather outside, and I'm so glad to be a part of this podcast today with such an impactful topic.
You can say that again, Janhvie. The weather really is pleasant in Mumbai today. Janhvie, let's jump into this conversation immediately. With so many different activities that you're doing within the legal parlance and also doing CSR activities, Janhvie, what would you say are your areas of specialization and how do you manage doing this?
Well, Supriya, although you have beautifully covered it all while introducing me, I can only say that I started off as a fresher company secretary in a secretarial department with many aspirations and eventually landed up in a core areas of legal, corporate law, strategy and compliances. And currently, as you said, I am the company secretary of Thermax Limited. And of course, I also spare time for doing things that I like. That is spending time for social activities, associating with NGOs and pursuing my hobbies. And I won't deny the fact that I am able to take time for all of this from a busy schedule only because of the help of technology, which is the topic for today's discussion.
So, Janhvie, what are your thoughts on the progression of technology that has happened in the last few decades?
Well, I see a tremendous progression in the way technology has played its role, and it's still transforming. When I see a few decades back when I was a student, we hardly saw any technology. There were no mobile phones, no internet. We would most often be playing outside with friends as there was no Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. But today it's so different. My day starts by heating a cup of coffee or water in the microwave, checking my messages on WhatsApp and booking a cab on Uber. And especially when we saw this was the trend during the pandemic, it's all technology that we were revolving around in most of the areas of our life. So I see there's a huge progression.
I totally agree, Janhvie. I mean, the way we are connected digitally with people, we've tried to connect with long lost school friends. And it's heartwarming to see that during the pandemic, people have been able to reach out to family and friends whom they have not connected at all, probably over 2 decades also. And within our own country today, also we see people are so digitally connected. So, whether you're taking an auto to travel or you're taking Uber to book a cab, everything can be done through an app. Everything can be payments can be done digital. So I too agree that we've come a far way from where we started. Janhvie, what do you think are the key drivers that have strong influence of technology on women today?
Supriya, I think that today's woman is really wanting to make a decision for herself. And if we talk about the drivers, I think the first one would be the need to be financially independent. Today, every woman wants to be financially independent and wants to do something of her own. And I feel so happy to see so many women, in spite of getting married, changing cities, having kids, are still choosing to focus on this aspect. And today, with the remote working option, it's so much possible for her to explore various opportunities, which she always wanted to go for but couldn't take a call due to family responsibilities. And I feel this is where technology fills the gap, where woman doesn't need to choose between her family responsibilities and her desires, but be able to manage both the aspects of her life. So, for example, I'll just give you an example of my sister who stays abroad. And initially, she couldn't decide on her career path, as she had a little one to take care of. And unlike India, there is no privilege of having any help but do all the household chores by oneself. But fortunately, after the pandemic, when remote working opened up, she was so glad to pursue her desire of working back again. So that's a very good opportunity that women have got to be financially independent. And of course, the second driver that I feel is the desire to learn, grow, and also teach. I think technology has really given a shape to the dreams of so many women, especially living in the rural areas. So there are opportunities where they are doing so many things at home, various creative articles or maybe food preparations, but they don't know how to sell or make money out of it. And with technology coming in, it has really helped a woman to explore various earning and learning opportunities, display their talent and also grow. I see numerous women who have learned new skills during the lockdown. My maid, who was studying along with the kids while they had their online classes, and my mom, even at this age, was fulfilling her desire to learn English with the help of online classes without even stepping out of the house. Not only this, I think there were so many women who were passionate for teaching, and they took up this opportunity to start online classes, yoga classes, cooking classes, dance, gardening, and many such classes, which actually made them believe in their potential and develop the confidence as well.
I think, Janhvie, you really touched upon those chords which we all are connected with. This pandemic has actually given us so many opportunities thanks to the online activities. People are pursuing their passion, getting back into fitness because everything is online now. And like you said, cooking, gardening, crafts, so many different activities you find people doing today. So much so that kids as young as 7 to 8 and seniors probably even in their prime or rather past their prime are also taking up some hobbies. So with the use of technology, there is a lot of things that people are doing, learning, exploring opportunities, and like age is not a bar at all.
I agree to you completely, Supriya.
With these things and thoughts, Janhvie, do you think technology is an enabler for women leaders in current times?
Absolutely, it's an enabler. In fact, not just for the leaders, but for everyone. Technology is the need of the hour. And it won't be a wrong statement to say that behind every successful woman, there is technology. Today, there is opportunity to connect to the world, which earlier only metros had good job opportunities. But now there are several options even available at the rural areas. Online education is helping so many female populations who are based in rural areas to sit at home and study. They can work from home, take care of family and household chores, just doing with the online mode. And this is where technology has actually acted as a pillar to support her, making her a multitasker, given her an opportunity to do what she wants to do. And you may say that it's made her kind of a Wonder Woman by making her life convenient and comfortable. And that is what we have seen and is also proved recently during the COVID pandemic times.
I think, Janhvie, this entire thing has opened up opinions, views and perceptions also of people, because today you'll find even the men kind of helping and supporting, doing their part at home, whether it's managing household chores, operating devices, or doing things outside. There are a lot of things which can be managed digitally. And just like you said, whether it's handling your chores or whether it is exploring opportunities outside, technology has really helped, I think, men and women alike. With where we've come, like you said, Janhvie, you started off when probably technology and the accessibility was not as easy as it is today. But for people who are starting off careers today, what tips would you give to these women to encourage them to use technology as an empowerment tool?
Well, Supriya, basis my own experience, I would like to say to all the women that earlier we didn't have the fortune of technology, so no one could actually use it. But now when we have this blessing of technology, it's all about learning to use it at its best capacity and look at it as an empowering tool rather than avoiding or getting scared of it. This is how I feel every woman will be able to empower another woman, encourage another woman, where they feel that, okay, if she can do, even I can do it. And finally, using technology to complement each other instead of competing with each other. And of course, for others, I think it's really important for the family members, friends, or people at workplace to support women. Women need support and encouragement, especially from the family. So she is not, solely responsible, but the responsibilities need to be shared equally by both partners and parents while raising their kids, as you rightly said. And although technology will play its complete role, I think they need to also play a major role in supporting and encouraging her to be successful. Today, I am growing because I know I'm responsible for my family, but I also know I'm not the only one responsible. And this is something that my husband really understands. So if, woman gets this comfort level where she will be able to tap her potential and really fulfill her desires, I think that is where technology should move forward in supporting her.
Janhvie, that lovely thought that technology should be more to complement what you're doing, more a propeller and enabler to doing your job and your work. We conclude this conversation that we're having. Thank you so very much, Janhvie, for those interesting thoughts and sharing excerpts from your journey and experience. It's been a wonderful conversation, and I'm sure our listeners will find this session to be interesting and useful. To all our listeners, thank you for being part of this podcast. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did in putting it together. Stay tuned for our next topic in this series with another guest. Until then, stay safe and stay inspired.